18-17 Ramsey to Chelsea would be a dagger to the heart, but with 12 months left on his contract the beads of sweat have started to form. We've taken a look at everything said in relation to a potential move. It's a roller coaster. 18-14 Ousmane Dembele and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Image, CHRISTOF STACHE, AFP, Getty Images. 18-12 Like him or loathe him, Alexis Sanchez was an effective Arsenal player and his impact is something Arsenal have to do without. Buying Aubameyang wasn't a bad place to start. Ironically, Sanchez probably would have suited Emery's high-tempo, pressing football, but alas, it was never meant to be. 17-32 Aaron Ramsey is a shock target for Chelsea, according to reports. The Arsenal midfielder has an offer of a new 5-year deal at the Emirates, but that so far remains unsigned. New Chelsea boss Maurizio Sarri is desperate to make changes to his side before the end of the transfer window, with his midfield one of his priorities. Danny Drinkwater is expected to be sold, while Timo Bakayoko is wanted on loan by Sevilla. And with Ramsey still to decide where his future lies, he has become a surprise target for the Blues. Image, David Price, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 13-20 Manchester City's Riyad Mahrez has been given the all-clear to return to training. The Algerian winger was forced off during the first half of Saturday's 3-2 win over Bayern Munich. And the £60 million signing was pictured wearing a protective boot on his left foot upon his return to Manchester, amid fears he could miss the trip to Arsenal on the opening weekend. But City have confirmed that the 27-year-old is ready to continue his preparations for the new season, and is in line to feature against Chelsea in the Community Shield this weekend. Image, Michael Reeves, Getty Images. 12:52 Arsenal have confirmed that goalkeeper Matt Macey has joined Plymouth Argyle on loan for the season. The 23-year-old stopper made 2 first-team appearances last season, against Red Star Belgrade in the UEFA Europa League and Norwich City in the Carabao Cup. In statement, the Gunners wrote, Matt, who joined us from Bristol Rovers 5 seasons ago, moves to the Pilgrims to gain more first-team experience, having already enjoyed loan spells at Accrington Stanley and Luton Town. We would like to wish Matt well this season. 9:42 Chuba Akpom is set for a £2 million move to Greek Super League side PAOK. London-born and Arsenal-bred, the 22-year-old joined the Gunners as a youngster at the age of 6 and worked his way up through the ranks to play in the academy teams and the England youth setup. He spent time on loan at Sint-Truiden in the Belgian second division last season, and it was thought a similar move could again be on the cards, but now it seems a more permanent departure is on the cards. Chuba Akpom of Arsenal celebrates after winning a penalty which led to his side's second goal during the EFL Cup third-round match between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal at City Ground on September 20, 2016 in Nottingham, England. Photo by Sean Botterill, Getty Images. 9:37 He is the latest goalkeeper to be linked to Arsenal, and he's huge. Arsenal already have Bernd Leno, Petr Cech and David Ospina, but the latter two have been linked to moves away of late, meaning there's still a chance the Gunners could be on the lookout for a stopper. Full story. 9:34 Much has been made of Unai Emery's different way of working, and so far it looks like players have loved it. Bellerin believes that the squad are already adjusting to Emery's new training methods. Spaniard also believes that the older crop of players and new signings are gelling together nicely too. Read what he has to say below. Full story. Arsenal head coach Unai Emery talks to Hector Bellerin during a training session. Image, Stuart McFarlane, Arsenal FC via Getty Images. 9:32 The striker will not be playing for Arsenal in the Premier League's opening weekend, but it is not because he's moved away, just yet anyway. While he didn't play during the World Cup, he was part of Gareth Southgate's squad that reached the semi-final, and there's a little while before he returns to London Colney. 9:29 Hello and welcome to another day of Arsenal news. We had plenty of news and rumors yesterday. Take a scroll down to see it all, and there are sure to be plenty more to come today. We'll be providing updates as everything happens. First up, what you may have missed overnight. 17:05. So Arsenal's time in Singapore is over and we have less than 2 weeks to go until the Premier League begins. Here are some stories to take a look at to temper your excitement. 14:10. Crystal Palace are interested in signing midfielder Maxime Gonalons, and although his representatives have refused offers for their client so far, Roma have given permission to the Premier League club to negotiate. The Italian club have even started looking for a replacement, and that's where trouble could brew for Arsenal. The Gunners seem to have slowed their attempts of signing Steven Nzonzi due to his fee, and with interest from Roma emerging, that price seems unlikely to go down. 1300. This winning lark isn't half bad. Great goal from Holding yesterday. 12:28. The first part of pre-season is done and dusted and there's less than 2 weeks to the new season. Who pressed the claim against Atletico and PSG, and who damaged their chances? Our Arsenal correspondent Charles Watts was with the squad every step of the way in Singapore. Here are his winners and losers of the trip. Unai Emery, Image, Fanny Watts, Getty Images for ICC, 11:19. It's been a pre-season full of optimism for Arsenal, and a comprehensive victory of PSG yesterday certainly helped that. There has been a feel-good vibe out in Singapore, and it's been the perfect opportunity for the likes of Mesut Ozil to escape what has been a tough summer. There's plenty you might have missed too, from dancing, to shirt requests and the coin flip with quite the difference. Mesut Ozil celebrates with teammate Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Image, Rosalind Ramon, AFP, Getty Images, 8:54. What a way to finish the club's pre-season tour of Singapore. Arsenal were brilliant against PSG on Saturday, and Unai Emery will have a number of selection headaches ahead of the club's first league game against Man City in 2 weeks. Here are all the talking points from the 5-1 win. Read here. Alexander Lacazette, Image, Fanny Watts, Getty Images for ICC, 8:01. Chelsea are believed to be ready to move for Arsenal midfielder Aaron Ramsey. The Welshman, who will be out of contract come the end of the season, has yet to agree on a new contract at the Emirates. Given the possibility of the Gunners losing the player on a free transfer, the Daily Mail claimed the Blues are monitoring the situation and are preparing to make their move. Aaron Ramsey in action. Image, Fanny Watts, Getty Images for ICC, 7:49. Barcelona manager Ernesto Valverde has disappointed a number of Arsenal fans after issuing an update on Ousmane Dembele's future. Having failed to hit the heights following his big money move from Borussia Dortmund last summer, it appears that the French international will be remaining at the Nou Camp despite links with Arsenal. Read here to see what Valverde has had to say. Ousmane Dembele, Image, Dan Mullen, Getty Images, 16:16. Unai Emery spoke to the press after Arsenal hammered PSG 5-1 in Singapore. You can read everything he had to say here. Unai Emery interviewed in Singapore. Photo by Fanny Watts, Getty Images for ICC, 15:12. Arsenal thumped PSG 5-1 in Singapore this afternoon in the International Champions Cup. This is how we rated the players. 13:38 at halftime in Singapore. It is still 1-0 to Arsenal. This is how the players have rated in the opening 45 minutes. Full story here. 12:47. You can follow our live coverage of Arsenal vs PSG in the International Champions Cup live from Singapore with Charles Watts online. Follow the game here. 12:30. Mesut Ozil has been announced as captain by Unai Emery for today's game against Paris Saint-Germain in Singapore. The former German international was one of a number of names that had been mentioned for the role during the club's tour, and Arsenal fans have been having their say on the appointment. Full story here. 12:22. Arsenal's Costa Rica international Joel Campbell has spoken out on his future. The striker is set to report for training with the Gunners on Monday after being given an extended break following his excursions at this summer's World Cup in Russia. He spent the last 2 seasons out on loan but has said that another loan move would be impossible. Full story here. Campbell, Image, Maha Hadij, FIFA via Getty Images. 10:21 Arsenal take on PSG today in their second International Champions Cup game of the summer today. The pre-season tournament features some of the best European sides playing against each other around the world. Find out more about it here.